Do you think that you were right with the impression of let's keep Kotaku in action about GamerGate?
I think so. I think it should have stayed about Gamergate. I think, honestly, I was kind of wrong to let the general social justice stuff through the door. Um, because for me, I always saw Kotaku in action as having an expiration date. It's just I didn't know when. I did not want it to be a long-term subreddit, long-term forum, anything like that. To me, it was always just going to serve the purposes of Gamergate, and then when Gamergate was over, there'd be no more use for it. Other people saw it differently. They wanted it to be more like a cultural watchdog, and that's fine. And that's basically what the sub is now. Um, sure, you can still discuss Gamergate things there, but Gamergate is hardly ever talked about over there anymore. Fine, it's grown beyond what I intended for it. Just like Gamergate grew beyond just being about ethics.
What do you think GamerGate grew into
So,
from ethics?
um, it grew into the culture war, for better or for worse. It took on the nature of the culture war in gaming, greater nerd culture, what have you. Um, but that's ultimately what it ended up becoming. And I had warned about this early on. I said if you let it become about the culture war, then Gamergate is not going to win. Um, it's going to be a battle fought on their terms because they want it to be a cultural fight because that's where they're strong, and that's what it ended up becoming. And I think that's why Gamergate was not as effective as it could have been because it got off course. It took on it took on too many fights instead of sticking to the couple that it probably could have won.
So you left Kotaku in action, but you couldn't stay away, could you?
I was invited back a few years later on, mostly as a joke. Um, I kept in touch with a couple of the mods at the time, and one of them was like, "Hey, you want to get modded back just for the hell of it?" And I said, "Ah, fuck it, I'll do it for the hell of it." And they let me on the team again, and literally all I've done since then is basically just act as a consultant and a crotchety old fucker. I am I am known for talking about things back during the Hatman administration in the mod Discord.
Can I have a few more moments of your time? Thank you again for watching another book interview clip. The full interview is linked in the description. Right now, I need your help. I'm currently running a Kickstarter campaign for my next recently finished book, Champions of Elanthia. Champions of Elanthia is my in-depth exploration of the world of multi-user dungeons, featuring interviews with a dozen Dragon Realms and Gemstone 4 players, telling their stories and preserving gaming history. You can help me bring this project to life for as little as $5, so please back the Kickstarter today and help me fulfill this dream. I'm also happy to report that The People of Gamergate, Volumes 1 and Volumes 2 are now available on Amazon in both Kindle and hardcover formats. Thank you again for your time.